Hello, we are Arlet, Pedro, and Ethan, and this is our presentation on cultural diversity about Ireland. Official language, currency, and capital city. In Ireland, two main languages coexist, which are in turn the two official languages of the country. The most important of the two is Irish or Irish Gaelic, a Celtic language native to the region that has evolved over the centuries and which today shares official status with English. Both languages coexist at the official level in this country. Rewarding its use, official institutions mainly use Irish when making any type of communication. The media, for their part, use both languages on a day-to-day basis. The currency in the Republic of Ireland is the euro. There are seven bills of different colors and size of 500, 200, 100, 50, 20, 10, and 5 euros. Unlike the coins, they do not have a national site. The designs are a symbol of the architectural heritage of Europe. They do not represent the existing monument. Dublin is the capital of Ireland, and the other major city in the country in order of size are Cork, Limerick, and Galway. Pronunciation and spelling. Like other countries, Ireland has two official languages, English and Gaelic, but it is in English that has the largest number of speakers. As you may expect, the Irish variety of English has a strong Gaelic influence, and moreover, it has a very different pronunciation from British English. Two of the most marked characteristics of the Irish accent are the rotary pronunciation and the Dublin 4 intonation. The first refers to pronouncing the intervocaling R and the one at the end of the word, which is not the case in English British. As for Dublin 4, named for being the postal code of the Irish capital, it is a characteristic accent of that city in which the words have a slightly different sound. In this way, right sounds more like Royce. If you are about to make a trip to Ireland, you should also know that I is included to replace yeah, or yes, or sure. Although this happens more frequently in the north of the island. In some cases, the Irish use English words with different meaning than the original. In this way, yoke is a synonym for thing, and the greeting that replaces what's up. In What's the Story? This is the Irish alphabet. Idioms and slang. Number 1. Sure look. If you're chatting to someone and they reply with sure look, it tends to mean it is what is. However, it can also be an indication that the person you're speaking to is either 1. Uninterested in that you're saying, or 2. Has no idea how to respond to what you've just said. Number 2. Grand, an iconic bit of Irish slang. Grand means okay. You'll hear it most commonly used as response to how's it going? How are you feeling? How are you today? It's worth noting that when someone says that they're grand, they may not necessarily be so. Number 3. Give it a lash. You can use give it a lash in a heap of different ways. In a nutshell, give it a lash means to give something a go. Number 4. Slagging. Slagging means to make fun of. If you've read our detailed guide to Irish insults, you will have an idea of the types of slang that Irish people throw at each other. Number 5. Binjaks. Binjaks is another lovely Irish expression. It's used to describe something or someone that's not working or broken.
Behaviors. The Irish have a reputation for being welcoming and personable. They love to chat, be it with friends or strangers. The strength of a friendship is measured more by the ability to fit joke than by the amount of compliments. However, behind all that talkative sociability and the ability to learn and dismiss lives are their secret. Deep down, the Irish have traditionally and low self-esteem that partly explain why they are so suspicious of AC compliments. Tradition. These are some of main traditions. The first, St. Patrick's Day party. It is the day of the largest national holiday in the country where everything is dressed in green and the day of the patron of Ireland is celebrated in style. Thousands of visitors flock to the island to celebrate the biggest national holiday with the locals. The second, Mindfest, is a popular festival that has been celebrated since before Christianity and is still celebrated with dances and flower gathering, and the buses are decorated with flowers or eggshells, which are symbols of life. Summer Day. It's about a festival of Celtic fire, which represents the middle of summer and the shortening of the days. In this progressive winter march, and San Juan is traditionally celebrated on June 23 or 24, although the longest day actually falls on June 21. Lifestyle and job opportunities. The Irish pub server has a local point for many small villages and urban neighborhoods, a place where the great Irish position for conversation, histories, and jokes can be included. Um, Buddha dances declined somewhat in the early 21st century after the imposition of a smoking ban, the restriction of hours when families could take children to aid at birth, and the enactment of more stringent drunk driving laws. Finding work in Ireland can be difficult, but with the correct preparation, advice, and planning, these tasks can be made a lot easier. If you want to work and study in Ireland, a array of jobs are available, and depending on your level of English. And as with most countries, most jobs can be found in the major cities of if you are living in Dublin, Galway, or Cork. There is more chance of finding a job in Ireland. Work and study in Ireland is fantastic way to enjoy Irish culture with plenty of bars, events, open areas, and ways to improve your English. And because Bowen is a small city, it's easy to navigate. Food, chocolate milk. This tasty dress was created by a physician from Northern Ireland named as Sloane during the 1700s. Sloane traveled extensively and first encountered cacao while in Jamaica and then brought it back to Ireland with him. It was first sold as medicinal elixir and sold as Sirhan Sloane milk chocolate. Cheese and onion potato chips. Potato chips or crisps, as they are known in Ireland, may not have been invented in Ireland, but the first flavored crisps were. Joe Murphy, who had the aficionado nickname Spoon, first created cheese and onion crisps in Ireland during the 1950s. Murphy owned the well-known Irish company Taito. Murphy also created salt and vinegar and barbecue flavored crisps. Porter cake. This can be eaten all year around but is traditionally associated with Christmas time. One of the main ingredients in this cake is some porter. Porter is a dark, bitter beer that is similar to a strong. The porter adds a wonderful taste and keeps the cake fresher for a longer, as well as adding a nice kick to it. Potato bread. The main ingredient in this bread is some potatoes. Potato is added to the dough and they replace a protein of the wine flour. This dish is very popular in Northern Ireland and is traditionally used in a Ulster fry, a version of an Irish breakfast.
Now, what about music? The Irish harp long had been the only instrument played, but many other instruments, such as the fiddle and the accordion. The Royal Irish Academy of Music is a major institution for music training and folkloric and musical conservation groups. Sports. Uh, some famous sports in Ireland are the Gaelic football. It's like soccer and rugby, and hurling, which resembles a rough and tumble version of field hockey, but I promote by the Gaelic Athletic Association, founded in 1884 to revive native Irish sports. And what about Bachelor of Arts? Some Irish universities offer a Bachelor of Arts in languages. For example, Italian at the University College Dublin, Applied Language at University of Limerick, Arts German at University College Cork, Art Chinese Studies at University of College Cork, um, Languages and International Tourism at Technological University of Dublin, Commerce with Hispanic Studies at University of College Cork, and English Literature and at University College Dublin, for say some examples.